Hey guys, Steve Hanford here. I want to talk about the state championship, best of the best, Indiana State Championship. I want you to notice this is not an open tournament. So this is not an open tournament. You must qualify, and in order to qualify, you have to have placed in the top 5 in your circuit, not just at one tournament, top 5 in the circuit for TKA, PKC, the Lions Karate Circuit, or the USAMA circuit. And that's for Indiana in the USAMA, and same thing, PKC Region 2. So you have to be in the top 5 in forms, or top 5 in weapons, or top 5 in sparring, whatever you're going to compete in order to compete at this Indiana State Championship. Ideally, we'd have 5 from the TKA, 5 from the PKC, 5 from Lions Karate, 5 from USAMA. It's not going to work out that way. Had an instructor say, wow, that's going to be a huge tournament. There's some groups aren't going to make it, and some people are busy that weekend. So, but we are inviting everybody. It is the best of the best. So top 5, come compete. The divisions are listed on the paper. We're using the Lions Karate divisions. So we have a few more divisions. We have intermediate groups where most of the others do not. They go from beginner to advanced, or they go from beginner to advanced. And if you are a 4th, 5th, or 6th Q or GUP and you win at your circuit, then if you win beginner or advanced, I don't care what it is, you are going to be an intermediate that day. Now, if you are 1st, 2nd, and 3rd Q and you won the advance, all right, you're going to be advanced. If you're 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th Q or GUP and you won the beginner, then you will represent the beginner. You will be in the beginners group. So our circuit has intermediate groups. A lot of times, I'm just guessing, a lot of times there will be more of the 6th Q, more of the higher ranks in the beginners that end up winning the beginners group. Kind of makes sense. A green belt would beat a white belt most of the time, but maybe that white belt's sitting 4th or 5th. Well, the white belt comes in and competes at our group, or at the state championship in the division of the beginners, and that intermediate student, or those intermediate students, will be in the intermediate group, which will give that person a little more fair competition against their peers of their same rank. Still going to be same age, but now same rank. We also have more ages. 6 and under, 7 and 8, 9 and 10, 11 and 12. We keep that throughout the entire tournament. So we don't split up weapons. Weapons 8 and under, all ranks. No, we have a 5 and 6-year-old intermediate, beginner intermediate advance, a 7 and 8-year-old beginner intermediate advance for weapons as well. So where some groups break it up or don't break it up and they combine them. So like there might be more people from our group, our circuit, that comes in to these divisions, and the other groups might have, well, who's going to win? Probably the advanced student. So the advanced student will win the 8 and under all ranks. Well, is there going to be a 5 and 6-year-old beginner from their group represented? Probably not. But I mean, we will see at the tournament. But you are welcome if you are in the top 5. If you're in the top 5 of forms, you can compete in forms. Let's say you're in the top 5 of forms, but not in the top 5 of weapons, but you are in the top 5 of sparring. You can compete in forms and sparring. You're not welcome to compete in weapons because you didn't place in the top 5 of weapons. It's $20 per event. So if you only qualify for 2, well, it's a $40 tournament. If you only qualify for 1, it's a $20 tournament. If you qualify for all 3, then it's a $60 tournament. A little more expensive for the Lions students, I apologize, and it's for the TKA, a few bucks more. Still a little cheaper than some of the PKC ones, but you're fine. Those are the divisions. We split boys and girls for 11 and 12 and above. So 11 and 12-year-olds, boom, we're going to have a boys and a girls. Some groups, some of the circuits don't offer that. So there might be more divisions than what you're used to, which, let's say, just for purposes, let's say I'm an 11-year-old boy, and I continuously lose to these two girls. All right, well, hey, at this tournament, those girls are going to be in a separate division. I'm the best boy in my circuit, 11 and 12-year-old circuit, but I keep losing to those girls. Well, this is my opportunity to come show that I am the best boy in the Indiana State Championship right here. Rules. Last year we saw probably at least 66% of the students were Lions Karate Circuit winners. So last year we said, hey, we're inviting the PKC and the TKA, so we're going to try to use the rules and we're going to do this, that, and the other. But most of the students were Lions Karate Circuit, so we're going to keep the Lions Karate Circuit rules. And the rules are going to be target area, groin to the head, but no face. Go back to the 90s PKC. Remember, the TKA kind of branched off from the PKC. My instructor broke off away from the PKC years ago. So we all have similar PKC rules-ish if you go back to when we started. So groin to the head, no face. Now some of those circuits allow face contact. We're going to have no face for colored belts or junior black belts even. So no face contact until you get to adult black belts, and it's still light control. Light control. To be honest, and let me get that. To be honest, and I've said this before, the main reason we do not allow face contact is because we've gone to too many tournaments that allow face contact, and you see the kids are sparring, bam! Oh, good point. All right, well, it was a good technique. It's a little aggressive for point sparring, and then you get the other people, well, they need to learn how to take a hit. Well, I remember going to a tournament where there was yelling and shouting across the gym from instructors and competitors from an adult division that the guy just got rocked and the judges were giving points away. We want to teach control, we want to teach ability, and as Mr. Bethea said greatly, when he was going to tournaments, a lot of the tournaments had different rules, and it made him a better competitor by being able to adjust and adapt to whatever tournament he was at. So at this tournament, groin to the head, no face. Boot to boot sweep is allowed. Boot to boot sweep is allowed. Remember, that's boot to boot, not boot to knee, not boot to shin. Base leg sweeps are not allowed. And there's another key one. We still use the 3-foot in rule. So the PKC, if you step on the line, you're out of bounds. At ours, 3-foot in, we have the mats. So if your foot's on the mat, you can score or be scored on. If you fall down by accident, you have 3 seconds to score. You can score up or you can score down. We're still looking for control for that. But please contact me with any questions. And we're looking for a fun and fair competition. What we want is to bring the top 5 competitors from the circuits, because each circuit says, oh, this is the Indiana State Champion, this is the Indiana State Champion. All right, well, let's bring these champions together for some bragging rights and a fun competition. If you got an ego, leave it at home and bring a smile and a handshake so that you can maybe meet some people from other circuits, because I go to a lot of the other tournaments. There's not a lot of other directors or tournament promoters that go to other tournaments when the other circuits. There's a few of us out there. But first thing I get there is, hi, sir. Nice to see you again. Hi, ma'am. Nice to see you again. I'm here to help judge. Where would you like me? Hey, I remember judging you last time. Man, your form's getting so much better. That is great. Or they'd say, hey, how are you? I haven't seen you for a long time, Mr. Hanford. Oh, hey, I'm doing great. Good to see you. How have you been? What's new? Oh, I see you got promoted. That's what we should be doing instead of keeping to our groups. So try to come out, make a new friend, meet new people, and have fun. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me at steve@lionskarate.com. I appreciate it. Thank you. We'll see you then.